All right. It's enough pomp and frills. We've got serious business to take care of on Mock Draft Live. Aaron Stewart and I have to end our feud, so I'm not going to waste any time talking. Like Aaron's just been talking all week long about how he's killing it with these Mock Draft Lives, the Tuesday display. Ooh. All right, it's time. Aaron, I'm calling you out right now. Come on the stream. Come on the stream right now. There we go. Aaron Stewart. Oh, what's going on here? Are you trying to run away already, huh?
What's this? Giving me some technical difficulties, but don't you worry. Seth. I told you that I would show up on Mock Draft Live, and I'm a man of my word. I showed up. But I did not say that I would draft against you tonight. You see, I was on Instagram Live with Jill. We do a show Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern talking NFL teams when you cowardly challenged me to be on tonight's show. This would have been my third straight Mock Draft Live show that I was asked to participate in the day of the show. That's not how it's going to work anymore. The champ's time will be respected. In fact, it's not proper that the defeated challengers get to openly demand shots against the champion. It's unfair to the player profiler locker room that you want another shot against my Tuesday title. And we also know the only reason you publicly challenged me today to appear was because you didn't book anyone to go against you tonight. And we're going to fix that mistake fixer, because I care. I care about this show. I found you an opponent for tonight who wants a piece of you for hogging the Tuesday show, and it's the one, the only, Jack Cavanagh.
Good evening. Our top stories tonight. Seth Diewold is going down. Seth.
I would love to stay for this, but I successfully debuted a show earlier this week on YouTube, Stat Masters, with my man, Chris Wonagura, where we teach you how to not be Seth and win at fantasy football. And I'm going to use this time tonight to prepare the show sheet for the next episode. And we're going to be live on Discord tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you should be there if you want to learn how to win at fantasy football using Player Profiler. You get a live show, you get bonus content, but also if you don't want to join the Discord server, that's discord.gg/playerprofiler. I care about you at YouTube. We will record a show and post it on YouTube for you. So guys, I'm out of here. The champ's got champ business to take care
of. Okay. I see how it is here. I guess the feud will not be ended tonight, but Jack is here to take me on in Mock Draft Live, and we have a link somewhere if I can find the present button here.
Of course, you're stalling already, aren't you?
Well. No stalling.
That scared?
No stalling here, my friend. I am ready to roll. I'm ready to go. Looks like we have a few spots remaining if you guys want to draft with us. And it's going to be a pleasure. I don't know how you feel about being Aaron Stewart's jobber tonight, but
his jobber, Seth. Come on now. You can't frame it that way just because you were too scared to book any other opponent because you knew you were going to lose to Aaron. See, that was the problem. If you had to face Aaron, you would lose and you'd get no shot at the championship again. But if you face anyone else, you lose and you're out of the title picture. Once again, Seth, you do not deserve a rematch with Aaron Stewart. You do not deserve that championship belt. I do. And I am here to prove it.
Jack. I thought you were better than this. I really did. We all know what Aaron Stewart is, but I guess I'm just gonna have to take you down tonight to prove everybody that I am worthy of the mock draft title here at Mock Draft Mania. And on our way, on the road to Mock Draft Mania in Kansas City live, we're gonna be boots on the ground, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna have to take you down tonight, Jack. I see how it is. We're just gonna have to get going here. Still got a few open spots. Go ahead, click the link, join us for this. We should probably tell the people what's happening here, right? It's a Superflex tight end premium rookie draft. Jack, I see he's taking the one-on-one. That's fine. I'm up against it. It's okay. I'm just going to win anyway. That's what I'm going to do. Just like I do every Tuesday night, I draft against that whatever Aaron Stewart. All right. So here, 3 more people left. So I have to stat math. You got Aaron Stewart in the chat. I don't even know if I want to share this comment.
Oh, what? You're scared? You're so scared of Aaron that even when he's not here, he's living in your head rent-free, Seth?
No. It's just look at the numbers. I mean, the numbers would disagree, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Hey, you don't sound very okay right now, my friend. You sound a little bit scared.
No fear here, Jack. No fear at all. I'm ready to roll. But I do have to ask you. We do have to. I wanted as much as your heelish persona is bothering me right now. And yes, when a plot is hatched behind your back like it was tonight, and you're a little bit thrown off. I thought I was getting Aaron Stewart, but here comes Jack Cavanagh out of nowhere. The host of Player Profiler Today. This is no chopped liver here. You've been all over this Lamar Jackson story, as we're waiting here for 3 more people to come. And I just want to get your take on the whole Odell situation, because I don't know if I'm necessarily sold on the fact that Odell guarantees Lamar Jackson, but I could be wrong. I'm interested to hear your take on that.
Interesting. So, of course, you had to bring this up, knowing that I'm writing an article about it already, knowing that the people were going to get this, but you had to call me out early. And I just find this so interesting because remember when you had to beg me to start writing articles for you? I mean, you call yourself a mistake fixer. But I seem to remember a certain email, Jack, hey, you know what? We really need you. Your skills you're too talented. We need you on the website. We need you just like we need one more person to join. And we have it.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Anyways, about Lamar Jackson, I will answer your question. I'm not that awful. I do believe that Lamar Jackson will return to the Baltimore Ravens. He has been recruiting Odell Beckham. This has been an active thing. They have been communicating for weeks at this point. They have been talking. And it tells me, based on a 1-year deal with Odell Beckham, that Lamar's probably not signing a long-term deal. They're probably going to work out a way to keep him in Baltimore on 1 year. They're going to give him some high guaranteed money. They're going to switch it so it's no longer the franchise tag. He won't be able to negotiate with other teams. And then we'll do this whole song and dance again in a year. So yes, Lamar stays with the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar is back for 1 more year. Going to have an MVP type season because Odell Beckham has been slandered far, far too much at this point. He is still a quality receiver. I feel like people didn't watch him in that Super Bowl run if they continue to slander him the way they do. But yes, Lamar Jackson is back. Odell Beckham, wide receiver 2 with Rashad Bateman as the wide receiver 1. And as for me, with running back 1, of course, it's Bijan Robinson. I mean, 1 quarterback, you're going to just Give me the 101, Seth. Once again, just gift wrap me Bijan Robinson on a silver platter. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Anthony
well,
Richardson, second overall in a 1 QB. Woo!
no, it's a super flex, Jack. I hope you. Maybe when I was introducing the show, you should have been paying attention. So yes, it is a super flex, so that is why the Anthony Richardson goes off there at the 1-2. But yes, I mean Bijan at the 101. I feel like we've talked about it a lot on all the mock drafts. I don't think this really. I mean, the only thing that could really make me consider taking Anthony Richardson first over Bijan, which I'm really just making an excuse now for that he could be the 101, is if Carolina takes him at the 101. But even then, I'm probably going Bijan with the first pick because Anthony Richardson is likely going to. I mean, if they take Anthony Richardson, I think there's a chance that Andy Dalton starts for a little bit, at least right away.
Yeah, and he'll start for the entire season. But of course, Bijan Robinson, Superflex, regular, doesn't matter. He's the 101. It doesn't matter who goes first overall to the Panthers. It's Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, someone asked in the chat, wasn't this supposed to be a one quarterback? I think I advertised this wrong. Whoops. What another heelish thing to do to get the audience to think one thing so you can get all the players fall onto you in this mock draft just to try to beat me in a mock draft, whatever. This is anyway. Cody. I mean, come on. If you're going to hand me the 101, I got to take it. I mean, I am gunning for the mock draft live championship. I'm not just going to sit here and draft at the 112 just because you want me to mix it up. No, if you hand me Bijan Robinson on a platter, I will take him just like I will be taking that championship at Mock Draft Mania.
Well, it's not going to happen because I'm going to defeat you right now. We're waiting for, and oh, by the way, I see that Timmer's not in here right now, so I don't. What do you think is the fair protocol and procedure to do? Because if this guy times out, I think maybe just give him the top of the queue, right? Or it would be Bryce Young if he times out, which is unfortunate.
If that's the way we want to go, I consent to that. I feel as though you're only advocating for that because you don't want Bryce Young, but I'll let you get away with it.
All right. We will. I think it's just gonna do it anyway. We might. I'll just have the computer. The computer's gonna take him, Bryce Young. I think. Yep. All right. So now I'm on the clock, and because this is a super flex, because I'm not trying to deceive you like Jack Cavanagh, I'm gonna be taking who Cody Carpentier believes is the best quarterback in this draft in a super flex league. At pick 8? Are you kidding me? I feel great about this. Will Levis going to be the future Indianapolis Colt at pick 4? Sign me up, baby. Sign me up for that. I'm off to a fantastic start. Even I didn't take the 101 just to give the audience, how upstanding of a guy I am. I have my pick at the 101. I said, you know what? We'll let the users, we'll let the audience members have a shot at the 101, but then Jack Cavanagh comes in. It's like, nope, I'm taking the 101, which is fine. I'm just, I'm off to a fantastic start defeating him in this mock draft. So getting Will Levis there at the 108, great.
I mean, yeah, it's a fine pick. I'm not going to yuck your yum. I would take Will Levis in your position too. But the only reason you're in position to take Will Levis is because you're jealous and you couldn't take Bijan. But I won't knock you. Will Levis, he's getting knocked too much. And Seth, of course, you had to take a player that, again, I have written an article about. It seems as though you are obsessed with my writing, my friend.
You're good, but you're not that good, Jack. At least not that good at mock drafting. You're a great newsman, like I said, but I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission tonight, as Roschon Johnson gets taken at the 1-9. I'm on a mission tonight to get back to Aaron Stewart, to pave my way back to proving that I am for sure better than him at mock drafting, which I am. But for some reason he's just afraid. I don't understand why, if he's the champion, why he can't just take on challengers here. But so this is the first round. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. We'll talk about this for a minute.
Yeah, we need to talk about Matt Babbage taking Roschon ahead of Charbonnet.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Cavanagh?
That is a big, hairy nope from me. Charbonnet is the clear RB3, at least to me. I love Roschon Johnson. He's the clear RB4, but I pre-draft until we get landing spots, because if Roschon goes to the Bengals, sure, then we can go Roschon over Charbonnet. But for now, no.
Well, Matt Babbage must be reading the rookie guide, which I recommend everybody go get, by the way. The rookie guide came out not that long ago, and if you read the rookie guide, you will know that Roschon Johnson is pretty far up there. He might even be ahead of Zach Charbonnet, it's close.
It's Charbonnet than Roschon. I've looked at the rookie rankings, my friend.
You're right. I was looking at it just now just to confirm that it is Charbonnet over Roschon. But hey, man, I can't fault. I mean, if that's your guy, and if you're going in between those two guys, I don't necessarily know if there's a huge difference. So if you like Roschon over him, I'm totally fine with it. I'm a huge Roschon Johnson fan myself. So I endorse the pick at the 109, but that's just me.
It's not egregious because it's one pick difference, and as Matt Babbage says, seems this mock should be landing spot agnostic. It is. I'm saying the only way you win this mock picking Roschon and a Charbonnet is if he lands with the Bengals, but it's not that bad of a pick. We're one pick off. If you took him one pick later, then I'm not complaining at the 110 at all.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks kind of surprised me a little bit. I know Timmer timed out there, but taking CJ Stroud, who's who knows who's going to go number 1 overall. We'll talk about that on the Writers Roundtable tomorrow. Check it out, 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. But I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm not really surprised. I mean, I guess you could say you could be surprised by the Roschon Johnson pick. I'm not, because I'm really high on him, and Player Profiler as a company, we're really high on him. And same thing with Tajay Spears. I mean, I don't know about you, but
Spears above Addison is a bold move.
Yeah, I know. I agree, but I don't hate it. I mean, I'm not really seeing a pick that it stands out to me. I think we got a pretty sharp group here. So, if you are ready, I'm going to go ahead and start round 2. But we need to know who had the best pick in round 1. Even though you can't just vote for Jack because he got Bijan. That's not really a fair question. I mean,
I got the best pick in round 1.
The easiest pick of all, because your team sucks and you got the 101. So anyway, as we go through this draft.
You can't punish me for having the best player in round 1. How is that my fault that I got Bijan?
Well, we'll see. So, but anyway, just vote to see who got the best pick in round 1, even though it's probably going to be Cavanagh, but it's okay. I'm gonna win this mock draft, and I'm gonna start this draft up again. So you're gonna be on the clock again here, Jack, at the 201, and all the quarterbacks, or at least the big 4 quarterbacks, are gone. So good luck getting a quarterback in a Superflex league.
I don't need a quarterback. I've already got them. This is a mock, and since we can mock our own teams, I'm set at quarterback. I've got guys. Don't worry about it. Instead,
okay,
I am going to take a top 4 wide receiver in this draft class. The Sidney Rice of this draft class, Quentin Johnston, falling out of round 1 is insane. Even in a super flex, he should be going in round 1. The fact that The only reason he didn't is because Tajay Spears somehow snuck up in there. So yes, Quentin Johnston, Sidney Rice, he is coming home. Quentin Johnston, one of the alphas in this class. So I get an alpha receiver. I get the alpha running back. Just chef's kiss. This team is perfect, Seth.
I don't know, man. I think Quentin Johnston, again, I think he's definitely worth the pick at the 2-1. But I think like Kendre Miller was available to you. It's Quentin Johnston to me is a boom or bust kind of pick. I know he's the only wide receiver with size. I mean, well, actually, there might be another wide receiver with size that I don't want to mention quite yet. But he definitely has a unique profile amongst this class, so I'll give you that. But there are some question marks with Quentin Johnston. I don't know if it's just a slam dunk home run pick. He's probably going to get first round draft capital, so that's good. But man, oh man, there's some questions there in my opinion. But
there's questions about everyone at this point in the draft. What's going on with Kendre Miller's knee? Israel Abanikanda, is he a legit running back or is he more of a Tevin Coleman? Zach Evans, he's small and didn't test, so what is Zach Evans? And then there's Josh Downs, who is small and not. I don't want to say he's slow because he ran a 4.9. That is very fast, but at 170 pounds, that's.
Yeah. Zach Evans, that high, I don't. I probably would have taken a Bandicanda or Tank over him.
I'd take a Bandicanda. I'd take Tank. I'd take Devon A-Chain.
Yeah, Devon H. Yeah, I probably would too, even though Cody's not his biggest fan there.
Oh, I'm not either. But at that point, I have him one slot above Zach Evans. Is the thing.
Right. So, Timmer, let's see. Can we? Let's see here. Can we assign him a pick? There's probably a way. Yeah. So top of the list is Michael Mayer. Do you have any opposition to him taking Michael Mayer?
I mean, of course, you want to give him the tight ends because you're not taking a tight end. But sure, fine, Seth. You can go that way.
Okay. I can't win here tonight, but it's all right. I'm going to win with this pick is what I'm going to do. I am going to take a guy that I've been touting this whole time. He is a dog. And I'm going to take Marvin Mims here with the 2-8. He's one of my favorite prospects in this draft at the wide receiver spot. And I think, I know there's been some talk about Tillman getting the draft capital. We'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, this, you just look at his metrics across the board and look at his comp. I mean, his best comparable player on playerprofiler.com, Darnell Mooney, who's another dog who plays for the Chicago Bears. So I feel really good about getting Marvin Mims here. I got the QB1. I've got a wide receiver with a ton of upside at the 2-8. I didn't reach on anybody. I feel really good about that pick.
As much as I want to knock you for your pick, I can't because I am also a big fan of Marvin Mims. Wouldn't have hated if you went with the Matt Babbage pick instead with Jonathan Mingo. I probably would have gone Mingo. Give me the alpha. Give me big, strong Mr. Ole Miss. But I do understand going Marvin Mims. If you'll want to go smaller and skinnier and fast, I get it. I just side with Matt Babbage, but it's still a great pick.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And now I'm waiting for from Mr. Heel, Jack Cavanagh, but we'll see. We have a couple more picks to make in round 2, and then we need to, I don't know if I can do it from my end, but we need to know from the audience. We need to know who's winning the draft. If perhaps we could put it out in the community section on YouTube later on. So Cody's on the clock now. Are there any picks in round 2, Jack, that are sticking out to you? We kind of talked about the running backs already, but any picks here that stick out?
Zach Evans sticks out like a sore thumb. That
yeah,
I apologize, but that is just not not my cup of tea that early. Third round, I'll take Zach Evans, but ahead of Abanikanda, ahead of Bigsby, those are a special no's.
I'm completely with you. I would have taken, like we already talked about, I would have taken Abanikanda, A-Chain. I probably would have taken, honestly, Marvin Mims over him, the receiver I took.
Mingo.
Yeah, Mingo for sure. There's might even be, I mean, I don't want to dog this guy too much, but there might even be some guys still on the board I might take over him, which now why don't we just roll into round 3 if you're cool with that?
Wow. Okay. You don't want to talk about the picks for the audience. You don't love the
Well,
audience.
we're talking about
the
the pick.
I do.
We're talking about the picks.
I understand. But
I can pause it if you need more time to think about it. So I don't want to rush you. Okay.
It is quite an easy pick because we're in Superflex, and I feel as though the audience has forgot we're in Superflex. I mean, there's a certain quarterback who threw to the guy that Cody just drafted, Cedric Tillman, who I do like, who I do think is going to have a great NFL career as well. But the guy throwing him the ball very well could sneak into the first round of the 2023 NFL draft. Hendon Hooker, very well, could be a first round pick. And this is Superflex, getting Hendon Hooker in a Superflex in the third round. What if he goes to the Buccaneers? What if he goes to the Buccaneers and is starting by October?
Hey, I like Hendon Hooker a lot. He's clearly the QB5 in this class, and in the third round in a Superflex league, yeah, I mean, sign me up for Hendon Hooker for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I know it's a Superflex, but any concern that he's an older prospect and he's coming off the ACL, and these are the things that people that are not drafting Hendon Hooker are probably going to be concerned about. But any concern about that with you?
No, not for me, because we haven't seen any proof that being a 25-year-old rookie is a negative. We haven't seen that hurt any player ever. So why should we assume it's going to be a problem now? Kenny Pickett, older quarterback, and he was fine as a rookie, and we believe that Kenny Pickett's going to continue to get better. Hendon Hooker, way better QB prospect than Kenny Pickett was, has had multiple successful seasons. Kenny Pickett, more of a one-year wonder. So no issue with Hendon Hooker's age. I'm not worried about the ACL because, again, he's a quarterback. He isn't also a big rush. Like, he is mobile, but he's not. The rushing isn't what's scoring him the fantasy points. It's being prolific. Hendon Hooker, not worried at all. And we are moving fast. Dalton Kincaid goes off the board right after me. Rashee Rice, Sean Tucker, who I honestly might have taken ahead of Zach Evans to the same team. Jalen Hyatt and Jalen Reed. Any thoughts on any of these picks?
Well, Jaden Reed was definitely on my radar there.
I know he was.
I was hoping he would fall, and if he fell, I definitely would have scooped him up. I love that pick. I like the Rashee Rice value is great. I even don't mind Hyatt here at the 3.5. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I like a lot of these picks that people are making, which makes my life a little bit harder at the 3.8, but that's all right. I have a question for you, Jack. So this guy's already taken a tight end, right? Do we want to give him another tight end, or do we want to give him the next best player, which is Kenny McIntosh?
I mean, we can give him Kenny McIntosh because no one's taking Kenny McIntosh anyway. So if the next best player was someone good, I would say no, they don't deserve it. But it's Kenny McIntosh. Were you drafting Kenny McIntosh, Seth?
No, I was not. And this now for me is interesting because I feel like there's a teardrop here. There's a couple different ways I can go here. And I'm really torn because there's a lot of players I like. I like Xavier Hutchinson. I think he's going to be a very productive NFL player. I love Evan Hull. But I think I have to take the tight end that I think is going to get first-round draft capital in Luke Musgrave. And I know I'm leaving my Iowa rack god on the board in Sam Laporta, and that hurts me a little bit, but Luke Musgrave to me is super athletic, and he's going to get the draft capital we want. I think he's going to land in a really good spot and get him in the 3rd round here. I mean, come on. I have Will Levis, Marvin Mims, and now probably the tight end 1 in this class and Luke Musgrave. I mean, come on, guys. Come on.
As Aaron says, I can't believe Seth's losing streak continues, but I can. I am not surprised at all that I am beating Seth right now. Luke Musgrave, he's fine, but as Cody says, he can't move side to side. He is a straight line athlete. He can jump, he can run, but he can't move side to side. No agility whatsoever. So it's a fine pick in the 3rd round, but not as much upside as you seem to believe.
Well, I'm just gonna disagree, man. I think he's he's got a lot of potential. I mean, no agility. He's got above average agility. He's got more agility than most players in this class at the tight end spot.
Trey Palmer just would have been a better. Matt Babbage, your co-host, just continues to make a better pick immediately after you.
I don't know, man. I don't agree.
All right. What are we coming up with next? Who does Cody take? Evan Hull off the board. Seth loves Evan Hull.
Yeah, I do. I really like him a lot, man. I feel like I turned into John Gruden there for a second. I tell you what, man. I really like me some Evan Hull, which is probably the worst John Gruden impression anybody's ever heard. All right, I'm going to stop it because I got scolded the last time we didn't stop it. All right. Anything that stands out to you in round 3 here, Jack?
Well, we talked about most of the early picks. I really like the Trey Palmer pick, the fastest player in the draft. It feels weird that he's not getting talked about more, considering he has a top 5 dominate. Actually, I think he has the number 1 dominator rating in the class. Number 1 dominator rating, number 1 speed. It feels weird that he's not getting talked about more. And also, of course, shout out Cody taking Sam Laporta.
Yeah, Sam Laporta, rat god. Yeah, I tell you what, man. I really love me some Evan Hull, man. I tell you what, man. There we go. You can quote it. There's 2 spots where you can quote it. I'll give it to you. All right, man. Round 4. Man, I really like just the Jaden Reed pick. To me, killed me. Like, it just sunk my heart when I thought he was gonna make it because I knew Timmer would. Oh, Timmer's back online. Now he's back off. Oh, Timmer, you're letting us down, man. Okay. Are you ready for round 4, Jack?
I was born ready.
All right.
All queued up.
All right. We will start it. We will resume the draft. And I think now would be a good time to tell everyone to click the like button and subscribe to the channel to catch more Seth dominating Mock Draft Live on the Player Profiler channel.
Where can they watch those videos? Because I don't think we have any of those on Player Profiler.
On the pathway to Mock Draft Mania. On the pathway to Mock Draft Mania in Kansas City. We're going to have boots on the ground in Kansas City. And I don't know what Jack's talking about. I'm doing it right now in front of his face. If he can't see it, I don't know what to tell him.
You think you're winning because you got Will Levis. What's the difference between him and Hendon Hooker? Will Levis can run a little bit more, but that's about it. You have no running back taken. Seth, you expect to win a mock draft without taking a running back? Not possible. You have a worse receiver than I do. Quentin Johnston, much better than Marvin Mims. And your tight end, fine. That's fine. I am going to do a solid celebrate the birthday week boy, I suppose. Aaron Stewart, take big Michael Wilson. The guy just dominated at Stanford. When healthy, I will admit there are some injury question marks, but in the 4th round, with that kind of upside, you cannot pass. No 4th round pick has as much upside as big Mike Wilson does. So just another stellar pick for me. And I would just like to say, Aaron, I know you're watching at home. I know I did you the solid here tonight, filling in for you. But make no mistake, I am coming for you. When this is all wrapped up, when I have disposed of Seth, you are going down next.
It's a bit presumptuous of you because you drafted a receiver that can't separate, a quarterback that tore his ACL, and a receiver that's going to get drafted in round 6. So, congratulations. Congratulations.
Round
You took
six.
the Bijan layup at the 101 because you robbed the player profiler community of the 101, of somebody like, "Oh, well, that'd be cool to have the 101 in a player profiler draft." No, Jack comes over the top rope with a steel chair and says, "No, I'm going to take it for the second day in a row." No. So, meanwhile, Will Levis, round 1. Marvin Mims, high draft capital, stud. Luke Musgrave's going to get taken in round 1. NFL production. I know it's boring to some people. Some people like the flash. I like fantasy points. So I'll take the fantasy points, please.
And you won't take Charlie Jones. That was the one thing that could have saved your draft, Seth, is Charlie football.
See this guy here at the 1-6. I had Charlie Jones queued up. But I'm gonna continue to persevere here.
And it looks like Deuce Vaughn is going to Timmer. And if there is a person that deserves Deuce Vaughn, it's the person that has backed out of the mock draft.
All right.
Yeah, there was no chance you were taking Deuce Vaughn, I suppose, right? You do not enjoy small, unathletic running backs.
Correct. Yeah, Deuce went to Kansas State, so he's a local guy, right? So I do appreciate, a lot of my buddies are Kansas State fans, and he did a lot of good things for Kansas State. I can't take him on my
Great
fantasy
college
team.
player. Great college player.
Yeah.
All the respect in the world. Impressive as hell. Not going to make a difference in fantasy football.
No. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a tougher spot, but I feel like I'm persevering through it. And I'm gonna take, and I know this probably might be controversial, but I have been doing some research on this guy, and I'm very intrigued with his profile. If I can find him here, because let's face it, his name's hard to spell. Andrei Iosivas, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, to be honest.
Andrei Iosivas. Seth, you can't even pronounce the people's names. You have to have me bail you out again.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not good with the pronunciations, but I'm great with the picks. And if you look at this guy's size, speed, this guy's got as much ups. Number 6 at the wide receiver position in our class as far as athleticism goes. And this is a guy who, I know he's an older prospect, but when the 4th round hits, it's time to swing for the fences. And this is a swing for the fence type of pick. Ton of upside here. So I really like getting this guy at the 4-8, considering this is where we are.
Yeah. I mean, fine. I can't argue. If you like small school wide receivers that are going to be solid blockers in the NFL, sure.
Yeah. Well, I could have taken Nathaniel Dell, who's like 5'2", and I don't know. I thought about that, but it's like, oh, I don't think so.
You could have done what your co-host did and drafted Tyon Evans.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like there's a little bit more upside with Iosivas, but if I'm still probably saying that wrong.
Iosivas.
All right. Iosivas. Okay, I got it. It's kind of like what's in the league? Shiva. Yeah, it's sort of like that. Iosivas.
And Cody is on the clock taking his sweet time. Who's Cody going to take? I truly wonder.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know. Oh, man. This is a tough one. I'm interested to see what he does here.
Cody's going to time out, isn't he? Oh, no, Cody. We're going to have to kick you out before. And he takes Tucker Kraft. 2 tight end Cody. Cody's all about those tight ends.
All right. Any picks here that stick out to? I love the Charlie Jones. I love what this 6 team is doing. Aside from maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of hot and cold on Tank Bigsby. I'm not a I don't know. He doesn't excite me too much, to be honest with you. I probably would have gone a different direction. Probably would have took Devin A-Chain if I was him there, to be honest, even though just a little bit more upside with A-Chain, I think. I know Cody's not going to agree. But I love the last 2 picks for him, Jaden Reed and Charlie Jones. I mean, both those guys were queued up for me, and I had to adjust what I was going to do. So bravo to Team 6 there.
It's interesting that you're admitting that your draft did not go the way you planned. Mine went perfect. I'm thrilled with how my draft went.
Well, I mean, if you like, I mean, good Lord, I feel like I already broke it down, but I mean, you can feel however you want to about it, but I feel at the 1-8 at my spot, I got the quarterback. For the tight end, it's going to get first round draft capital. 2 upside receivers, 1 for sure lock them in. And then the other one's a wild card and with a lot of potential, a lot of upside. So I love it. I love my draft.
Of course you do, Seth. Of course. You have to find the light where you can, right?
Yeah, it's all around me. It's shining like a great beacon of hope for all the player profiler community to see. So, are you ready for round 5, the final nail in your coffin here?
I don't know if I would put it that way, but yes, I am ready to make my final pick and put you out of your misery if you are.
All right, let's do this thing.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy for me at this point. It is the best remaining player on the player profiler rankings, ranked ahead of a lot of these players that have already gone off the board, ranked ahead of Tank Dell, ranked ahead of Xavier Hutchinson, ahead of Parker Washington, ahead of Deuce Vaughn, even ahead of Sam Laporta, who Cody had to take. Tyler Scott, wide receiver out of Cincinnati. The guy can run. He's got good enough size. He is going to be a multi-level threat. And the fact that I can get him in the 5th round, I will take it.
You gotta tell me something, brother. You're sitting up here talking all this jazz and all this smack where you sit back at the 101 and take Bijan Robinson. You got the 101 handed right to you. Quentin Johnston coming from the 201, and you claim that Hendon Hooker is better than Will Levis?
I didn't say
Jack
that.
Cavanagh sitting here at the throne taking the 101 for the 4th straight week in the mock draft live. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sick and tired of these people sniping me, though. I'll tell you that left and right. Seth Diewold sitting here at the 106, 108, and absolutely dominating this draft while catching strays from the chat night after night after night. The mistake fixer is here to fix and to dismantle action Jack Cavanagh, and I'm just going to sit here at the 112 and take me a 3rd straight tight end.
Well. That was amazing. I'm just going to take Dorian Thompson and another quarterback that could get some draft capital and some upside in a Superflex league. Cody, the man, coming in as, I don't know if you could call him my tag team partner because this is a singles match, but I feel like there was some cheating going on, and he came in to rectify things and even the score a little bit. So, appreciate Cody. And
He's a good guy. He's a good guy with a big heart. He came to even the odds a little bit, but I don't think it worked.
Yeah. So let us know now that we're getting toward the end, because I'm sick of this, these made-up storylines that Aaron Stewart is throwing out there on Twitter, just putting it out there. I'm sick of it. We need some clarity. We need some definite I mean, we can't have me winning out like in a landslide on Mock Draft Live in the chat. The chat 10-0 for Diewold win, and then Stewart makes his own poll with his family or whatever he did that somehow, later on, like weeks after the draft or whatever happened, saying, oh no, by the way, I was really the winner. We can't have that. So let us know who you think is the winner in the chat between me and Jack. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he took the 101. I beat him anyway. I mean, I took quarterback, like the QB1 according to Cody Carpentier. I took a DAWG and Marvin Mims. I took a tight end that's going to get first-round draft capital. I took a wide receiver that if he hits the right landing spot has athleticism. And in the 5th round, I took the perfect quarterback to take in the 5th round with upside. So go ahead and defend your selections, Jack, because I don't think you've got a chance.
Well, I mean, I don't have to defend them when you have just admitted time after time that you were not satisfied with your pick. You admitted that you would rather have Jaden Reed than Luke Musgrave. You settled for Luke Musgrave. You settled for Andrei Iosivas. Now I'm messing up.
Iosivas. Well.
You admitted you'd rather have Charlie Jones. So I think by your own admission, you are not satisfied, whereas I would like to say I did not say Hendon Hooker was better than Will Levis. Absolutely not true. But I'm just saying they could both get some pretty decent draft capital. There's talks Will Levis could slip. There's talks that Hendon Hooker could slide up. And Quentin Johnston, Bijan Robinson. I mean, it's just a gift. You can't deny that I had the best draft. It's not my fault that I was gifted the 101. It's not my fault I have Bijan Robinson. You cannot hold that against me, Seth.
Well, that is all from Mock Draft Live. Let us know who you thought won, which is clearly me. But we can have this vote if we have to show the people that we're a fair, upstanding, righteous organization that is committed to doing the right thing for the people, having mock drafts like this. So for us, for Jack, for everybody, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to tune in to the Writers Roundtable tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, where I continue to be better than Aaron Stewart.
Hey, you like that video? Be sure to subscribe and activate those alerts so you get notified as soon as new videos drop. And be sure to check out playerprofiler.com. We have all the tools for you to dominate every type of fantasy league. We have a draft kit, Dynasty Deluxe, data analysis, DFS Dominator, and don't forget the player rankings to rule them all.